Generally, it's very difficult to working, especially in the northern part of India, as a female doctor. When I do my cesareans, and on the table, the mother will cry if she knows that her baby is a girl. She'll be so distressed and she'll literally cry, because she had that much stress in the family that her mother-in-law will beat her, not will take care, because they didn't give a male inheritance. So they'll cry, and sometimes the husband will leave the wife, will not clear her bills and go. Mother-in-law and father-in-law abandoned her, so she'll be left alone for giving birth to a female child. So here, giving birth to a boy, the people will think that they are blessed and it's a gift from God. And giving birth to a girl, they tell it's a curse, and often they are rejected by the family. That's the main fear of the females when they give birth to a girl.
So this woman, she had 6 children. She already had 3 girls among those children. This time when she was pregnant, she decided to go and get herself tested, checked to see what baby it is. In spite of it being against the law, there is a clear law in this country that no doctor or nobody can reveal the sex of the baby in utero. Because there's a high rate of female feticide. So somehow she came to know that it's a girl child, and she just decided she doesn't need an additional burden in her family, an additional liability. If it was a boy, it would have been an additional source of income or asset. A boy would bring in income, his earnings would come to the family, he would bring an additional pair of hands, he would bring an additional person into the family, and he would also bring dowry. Whereas a girl would first of all leave this household and go, so her physical work input is gone, plus she would take money from this family and go. And her first pregnancy has to be paid by the parents and things like that. So she is like a big financial liability for the family.
So according to all this, the male baby, there is very precious to them, and the females, they just ignore. So they give a more attention when a male baby is ill, so that they'll have a fast treatment and get better, and they have less mortality. So they'll give treatment to the boys immediately, even though they have a cough and cold and very healthy, they want to admit, because it's a boy. And they'll bring a girl, even not in a fever cold state, in severe pneumonia and in frank shock, they'll bring the female. And if we tell that the prognosis is poor, they won't at all try, because you told me the prognosis is poor, and why to try? It's a female, and they will leave. Interestingly, in pediatrics OPD and the children OPD, we will have total 40 to 50 children will come to the OPD. In them, you don't believe, 10 will be female and 40 will be males. And the handicapped children they'll bring to the OPDs will be all male. We can't find any female handicapped, very rare to see. They'll just die. So ultimately the females, they have less food, less health, more mortality, less education, early marriages, septic abortions, and they die. Sometimes I get very angry. I shout myself. I'll try to explain. See, I am a girl. I became a doctor and I could treat I can have a family, I can earn for myself. If education is there and the girls are educated and girls have good jobs, then they'll understand that girls can have a like female empowerment, and girls will have power, not only the boys. The girls have also have the capacity. God has created both of them.
The value of human life as a root cause of many issues that we see here, and that is something which is really working out positive for us also. When we talk about the value of a human life, not attached to what output is going to come out of that life, but just a life in all its beauty, and helping people to value that, that is a positive factor which we are seeing. It works in the society when we talk about it. Our Panchayat motivator, Miss Sandhya, she has 3 sons. She doesn't have daughters. So she told her how wonderful it is to have a daughter, that she missed having a daughter, and so she shared with her from her heart. And she said, you give birth to your daughter and give her to me. I will take care of her. But don't kill her. Just don't kill that girl child. She took the step forward to continue her pregnancy. I'm sure she worked out all the math in her head, and we really thank God that she took a positive decision. And she's quite happy with this girl now.
As a doctor, female doctor, I can share with my patients of my experience and talk with the family and provide some health education and explain them the education value, so that some, like 1 in 20 may hear, I hope.
Honestly, there are many situations. She just gets a kick out of. I'm also a mom.